What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing breaking news, and I had to talk about this. I'm really interested and intrigued by the news I heard. Shout out to Yahoo Sports, Kevin Lowe, and he did an article. He spoke with Oscar De La Hoya directly, and he said, Oscar De La Hoya said, if Hopkins wins Saturday, when he wins Saturday, he wants Golovkin next. That's what he told Yahoo Sports. He said, I'm serious. He wants big fights, and that's a huge fight. I think it would be an interesting fight. One of the biggest fights of next year, but there are a lot of things that would need to be agreed to. I don't think it would be realistic for Gennady Golovkin to fight above 168. Other than that, it would be a huge fight. So this is a fight personally that I never even really thought of because I thought they were too far in weight. But if you think about it, there might actually be a way to get this done. And that's because I told you guys several times, and I'll say it again, I don't see anyone current beating Triple G at 160. Someone who fights at 160. I'm not talking about a guy from 168 coming down to 160. I'm talking about somebody who's already at 160 beating Triple G. And a lot of people are getting pissed off with Triple G, saying he's fighting too many soft touches, too many guys who are kind of respected, mediocre, middle of the road type guys. And we want to see him with the Miguel Cottos, the Canelos, the Chavez Juniors, Carl Froch, Andre Ward, Andre Durrell, Anthony Durrell, somebody. We want to see him against a good name. You know what I mean? The Adamas and the Ashidas and stuff just aren't cutting it. Now, again, based on the weight difference, I never really consider this. You know what I mean? 175, Golovkin's fighting at 160. But Golovkin and his team, Abel Sanchez, they did make an announcement way back when they first came in the game, first step foot on American soil, stating they could fight from like 154 all the way to like 168 or 175. So if they can meet somewhere and Bernard Hopkins' body at age 50 can do that, that's epic. You know what I mean? Because that would be the test. Because first of all, if Hopkins gets past Kovalev, which is a tough enough test, because that's someone in his division that we know can crack and is undefeated, then I'm just saying, man, Bernard Hopkins is on some epic shit. If he gets past Kovalev and then he fights Triple G next, that is legendary shit. That's like, make a movie about this motherfucker already. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. If Bernard Hopkins gets past Kovalev and fights Triple G, you have to put him higher in your list. You know what I mean? You have to put him in the pound for pound #1. You know what I'm saying? Fighting that type of schedule at your age, you know what I'm saying? You would have to put him up really high. Wherever you have him, you'd have to move hella motherfuckers and put Bernard Hopkins high up on that list if that were to happen. But I'm not trying to be unrealistic. That's a hard fight to make just based on the weight differences, and I never really thought of it. But it's good to hear Oscar putting something like that out in the public, and that would answer questions about Triple G, which a lot of fans have. I told you I think Triple G is a great fighter. I think there's a lot. He still has to prove it on the big stage. He could prove me wrong. He could step up and turn out to not be as good as I think he is. But that remains to be seen. And again, if Kovalev and Hopkins goes Hopkins' way and then he makes a Triple G fight, that's just legendary. You know what I'm saying? And you have to really, really consider your current pound for pound list and where you want to put him, because that's outrageous for a 50-year-old to be taking on tough tests like that. And big up to Bernard Hopkins, the alien that formerly known as the executioner, because this is a throwback mentality that most people aren't thinking about. Of course, Hopkins wants big fights as well, and this could be that. So, I mean, by calling out Triple G, I like it. A lot of people think that Triple G ducked Andre Ward, and he only wants to move up to 168 for certain names, people like Chavez Jr., Carl Froch, who stylistically, they don't present what Andre Ward presents to somebody. So, if he doesn't fight Ward, but he were to fight like a Bernard Hopkins, I mean, that's a hell of a fight. And I would be interested to see how smart, you know what I mean? That's a good chess match, because we know Hopkins is 50. But if he could beat Kovalev, who's to say he can't beat Triple G? You know what I mean? Because that's someone in his division. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you rate higher, Kovalev or Triple G? And leave the predictions and stuff now. I don't want to wait till after the Hopkins fight. You know what I mean? A lot of you motherfuckers get that liquid courage in you and start saying like, oh, I knew this was going to happen with the predictions, but you're never there before the actual results. So don't wait to the end results. Let me know what's going to happen in the Hopkins-Kovalev fight, and let me know what you guys think of this news with Triple G Hopkins. Again, not a fight I've really considered, but it would be legendary if Bernard Hopkins chooses an opponent like that. He already has a very dynamic resume, and his resume is shitting on tons of people. And what he's doing right now has to be commended and respected. That's why I made this video. Let me know what you guys think. Triple G versus Bernard Hopkins. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.